Valkyria Chronicles. For some of you who are probably going to notice as already is, for those of you who already have a hold of the game, let me just quickly do something real quick with this. Let me turn that off really quick. For those of you who are not aware, okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Just it was temporary, but for those of you who have played this game before, y'all may notice that I have chapters that are already unlocked, and it's already showing things that are about to happen. The reason being, I unfortunately I got farther into the game, and I can't really go back until I really beat it. So with that said, I just want to go let you all know that. But anyway, enough talking, and just want to let y'all know. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and let's get that music back on. And if y'all haven't noticed, these soundtracks are absolutely beautiful. The soundtrack in this game is absolutely beautiful. If y'all have not played Valkyrie 1 or even the fourth one, I would recommend y'all go play it right now. It is a beautiful series. I cannot wait, and I hope and pray that they're gonna make a fifth one. I'd be surprised if they did, but this game, it deserves every bit of praise it gets. The first one and the fourth one. Never really got the chance to play the others in between. But yeah, enough talking, and let's get into this.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, ragnite, for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and a Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche.
So they attacked peaceful people, and they forced them to kill. Damn. I'm going to let you know too. Since I have such respect for this game, I will basically not talk until we are actually in battle. There will be no talking with cutscenes, just an FYI, because I love this game so much, and I want y'all to be able to experience these cutscenes the way they deserve to be experienced. So with that said, let's get on to it.
March 35. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Brultown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
Off to a great start, aren't we?
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old General's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is.
Huh? I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am, or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Okay, here's the plan.
Piece of cake.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp.
Ready to go. Gotta love nature.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm playing on a new game plus mode, so... yeah. Sorry, the game's too fun.
Gotta love nature.
Moving out!
Got him.
Moving out!
Got him.
I don't see any more of them.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life. On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died.
That is how you start the beginning of a game, and this is the prologue. This is the prologue, and I'm already crying. Alright.
Seeing that old mill spinning again really makes it feel like home sweet home.
I hear that. It really is one of the most beautiful things about this town. Well, citizens, our enemy can't be far behind. I thank you for your help. Goodbye, and take care.
How's the packing coming along, Ys?
Almost done. I only need to take the everyday basics.
Well, the Empire's got to be close by. Let's hit the road by sundown.
Martha, look! Welks is here!
Oh, welcome back, Welkies.
You're still calling me that? Martha, I'm 22 years old. And more important, you shouldn't be running around. Aren't you due any day now?
Ah, a light jog won't hurt the little spud. I should know. I've already had 4 of them.
Hello there. Is Welkin in?
Oh, hello, Alicia. What brings you here?
I just wanted to apologize. For before. Here. This is for you.
Really? These are for me?
I work at the bakery. Well, I did until the war started anyway. It's where I live, too. That's preserved bread, so it's pretty hard. Heat it up before you eat it, all right? I baked it myself, so the flavor's guaranteed. Best you ever had.
Thanks. Do you want to come in?
I'm only like a few cutscenes into this game and I'm already loving it.
Arrested and shot at? You've had a busy day of it, haven't you, Welkies? And what a lovely lady you are for all that adventuring. Good job, Welkies.
What? Wait, no, it's not like that. Alicia just saved my skin, that's all.
He's right, we just met. I'm not his girlfriend, just his hero. Although I'm really hoping to be his friend.
Oh, well, I'm sure you will. Be good to my Welkies here, won't you?
Okay, seriously, Martha, enough with the Welkies already.
That's a lovely portrait. Is that General Gunther?
Yep. It was taken before I was born. That's Dad.
That's Dad? You're a lucky guy. And who's that with him there?
My father, Tamer. He was an engineer. The General's tank was his creation.
Wait a minute. But I thought the General was your dad.
My birth parents died when I was a baby. The General was kind enough to take me in as his own after that.
Yeah. We're not related by blood, but she's definitely my little sister.
Sorry, was that question too personal?
No, I don't mind at all. I was blessed with 2 wonderful fathers.
Yeah, I guess you were, huh? Oh, is that really the time? I've got to get going.
Why don't you see her off, Welks? I can take care of the rest of this on my own.
All right, I will. I'll be right back.
See you later, Isara. Safe travels.
I don't believe it. The mill.
Miss Melchior, the Imperials are attacking. There's a squad of them in town right now.
Get all the town watch together, now! We've got to fend them off!
They must be at Mill Plaza. I'll help.
Thanks, Welkin. Now move out! Stay low! I'll explain the mission. Okay, let's begin. It's up to us to defend Brule. Our target is the Imperials in Mill Plaza. Focus on taking down their captain. Breaking the chain of command should at least buy some time for the townspeople to get away.
All right, I got it. Let's all be careful out there. Here we go. Enemy sighted. Hostile sighted. Enemy sighted. Hostile sighted. Ready to go. Take this.
Got him.
What's that?
Sounds like a tank.
That's not good. That's not good at all. We don't have a way to fight that thing.
Welkin, tank!
That's not good. We're not equipped to take out a tank.
I hate to say it, but we should probably pull out for now. Get off this road and into the alley to the east. It's too narrow for a tank to follow. And try to stay behind cover while moving. One blast from that turret and it's over.
So yeah, don't walk in front of the tank. Got it.
Think you can stop me?
You can't touch what you can't touch, sucker. Climb over it. Climb over it. Okay, or run around it. Whatever.
Here we go.
So yeah, scouts are your primary way of basically kind of going out and seeing what the threat really is.
Phew. Looks like we shook them. What are you doing from here?
If they're rolling in the tanks, there's not much the town watch can do. We'll try to buy time so everyone can get away. I'll dig in my heels at the main gate and do what I can to stall them.
Okay, I'll head back to my house and grab Isara and Martha, then come back.
Be careful out there, Welkin.
So yeah. For those who haven't actually played the beginning, or I'm sorry, yeah, so there's tanks, there's scouts, shock troopers, and all that. I'm pretty sure the game will tell us, so let's get into it. Sorry, I'm being stupid. Oh, I already showed this one.
Isara, Martha, please be okay.
Martha!
What's her problem? She pregnant or just fat?
Who cares? Not gonna make any difference when she's dead.
Stop this now!
See what she's wearing? Take a good look at that shawl. She's a Darkson.
And that explains it. I thought this place stunk. Now I know it does. So, we got ourselves a fat one and a stinky one. P.U. It's a regular pig farm in here.
I will thank you to watch your tongue in this house. You have to leave, now.
That's a big gun for such a little girl. Drop it.
Isara!
Huh? Hold it right there! Die! Darkson pig!
Isara, are you okay?
I'm okay thanks to you. But Martha, I think she's...
Martha!
This isn't good. She's gone into labor. Moving her would be dangerous.
Right. Well, we can't just leave her here. What are we gonna do? There are a lot of Imperials out there, Ys. It's only a matter of time before they take over the Mill Plaza.
Welks, listen. The barn out back.
What about it?
Our fathers have left us something. Something that might get us out of this mess.
Hello.
Dad's tank. Whoa. I can't believe it's still here.
And it's one of a kind. Here it is, the Edelweiss. Tamer built it especially for General Gunther.
Yeah, and it worked great, too. So it's just been parked here in the barn?
I wanted to make sure it would still operate, you know, in case of emergencies. I enrolled in a maintenance class given by the military. I wanted to be able to do what my father could do.
Well, that's great. But that's only a class, Isara.
It really didn't need much. Hardly any alterations at all. I just fitted it with a new turbine engine. It really improves on the power-to-weight ratio. The Edelweiss is field-worthy. Its firepower and mobility are more than a match for recent models.
Well, assuming it does work. What's next?
All right. Welks, you took the armored vehicle course, didn't you?
Yeah. Back in high school. Once.
We'll bring Martha here. She'll be safe inside the tank, and we can move to a better location. Just leave the driving to me, okay? All you have to do is give the orders.
Isara, we ready to roll?
Engaging engine. The Edelweiss is ready for deployment.
Alicia could still be out there dodging bullets, buying time for people to evacuate. Here's the plan. We're gonna pick up Alicia and get out of town. All right, Edelweiss, move out!
Here's the brief for this operation. All right,
Oopsie.
if this gate falls, there's going to be even more casualties among the townspeople. The Town Watch will defend this gate so as many people as possible can get away.
So let's have them one side focus on this side.
Moving out!
Ah, crap. Oh, no, 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 no. Go over here. Okay. So yeah, this game's a lot of a turn. It's basically turn-based. I don't know why. I could have went over here. I don't know why I didn't do that. I could have just walked on over here. Yes! Awesome. Get him out of there. Hide him in the grass. Okay, so he's hidden. You don't want to run off too far because you'll get killed. They won't stand. They don't just stand there. They will shoot if they see you. That tank's gonna nail that gate. There's nothing I can do though. Beautiful. Got him. Yes. Awesome. Exactly why I put that guy over there. So yeah, you have to defend while these other guys try to attack you and kill your guys. No. I don't want to lose that. If I lose that left side, I'm screwed.
Moving out.
Can I? Awesome. Yeah, I normally don't have this, but thank God I do. Because this tank's already going to be doing enough damage to it as it is. Yeah, if you're first starting out, I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to take a few turns and some luck. Yes. But you really got to watch where you're going and being careful, because if you're not, the enemy will take advantage of it. They're not going to. Your allies aren't going to turn around and actually try to do anything until they get shot at or see somebody. Until then, like, you see how this guy's pointing this direction right here? He'll continue pointing in this direction until he either sees me or until I shoot him. Because they will counterattack. So if I get behind him, this guy for example, and I start shooting at him and I miss all my shots, I don't kill him, but I hit him, he'll turn around, and since he's a scout and has a bit of a long range or medium range weapon, he'll shoot back at me. So they don't just stand still. They will attack you if you get too close. And yes, you can lose characters in this game. There's an actual character that I ended up losing farther into one of the chapters that is basically dead. They're permanently dead until you basically beat the whole game, and then when you do a new game plus, you get like you basically get them all back. But I mean, they're dead until you beat the game, which sucks. But yeah. With that said, let's screw around. It's a turn-based game, but a lot of it has to do with making smart moves, not being stupid, not putting yourself in a situation where, yeah, you see, that one guy started firing. He didn't look at me until I got over there. So that was my whole thing. I don't want to leave him out in the open like this. Put him somewhere where he can be kind of protected. You know what? I'm actually gonna pull him back. Because the gate is gonna be needs to be my main focus right now. So I'm gonna pull him back towards over here. Because I basically cleared out our right side already as it is, and Alicia can nail them if they get too close anyway. But I took out their scouts, so. I'm gonna hit that gate again. Yep.
No! If this keeps up.
But what are we supposed? There's nothing we can do. There's nothing. Come on. Got him. Yes. And he was a leader. Awesome. So those little things right there are turns. So when you lose the big people, you basically lose turns. No. Yes. Yes, awesome. He's barely hanging on, but we're getting it. Oh, God. Nice, Alicia. Nice. Beautiful. Thank you, welcome. It's time to destroy this thing.
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Valks.
All right, let's...
Sorry, I did not mean it. It's kind of easy to skip over dialogue. Didn't mean to, though.
It's a tank! It's a galleon tank!
Alicia, I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
All right, let's go take it down.
So, with the tanks, your biggest weakness is going to be your radiator, which is that blue thing in the back. Which I think this guy... Can I nail it? Can I hit it? I don't know if I can hit it. Can I hit it? No. But if you, it's a critical part of the tank. So a lot of times if you walk up to, if you got a Lancer or even another tank entirely, it'll one-shot pretty much a tank. So yeah, that's your main. What you're looking for more or less is that to kill area. That's how you know that how much it's going to take to basically kill the enemy. You have your shots, how many times you're going to shoot. So yeah.
Yes, we stopped it.
It's a
nice work, East.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time at least.
Welks, it's a boy. Martha had a boy.
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Good. That's fantastic. Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
But yeah, you get rewarded based off the enemy leaders you get, aces even at some point. It's basically a strategy game when you actually have to think about your moves. Because the enemy will not hold back and show mercy. They will, if they see a character that they can kill, they will kill him. It's as simple as that. They will take them out of the fight. But anyway.
Two hours after the first shots were fired, Brule was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Brule would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
So we lost Brule.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so?
Welks, look.
Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us. Come here. Look, that's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
Oh, wow. It's crazy.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession. Bruhl's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees.
So they basically have armor that we're struggling to fight against. Or they have some kind of weapon that we're struggling to fight against.
Randgries, Gallia's capital. A town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess. Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country. As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
So these are my new digs. Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now. Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welkin? Can I come in?
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back, it's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Colio what? And did you just say beetle? Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle. King of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking. I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
Come in.
Excuse me, ma'am. Galleon Militia enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am!
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am!
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yep. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other?
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welkin was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today. But you still have time. Time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randbreeze. They'll be your new home. So get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Welks! There you are. I've been looking for you.
Hey, Ace. How'd your enlistment go? No problems?
I registered as a tank pilot and mechanic. Maintaining and operating the Edelweiss will be my responsibility from now on. I think it's nice that we'll all be on the same squad together. I think so too.
So what are you up to now?
The tank's hangar space is just through here. I was just carrying some Ragnite fuel back. It's used to power the tank, and also for the turret-mounted cannon rounds.
I guess I'm just more used to seeing it in street lamps and medical compounds.
Seems like everything is Ragnite powered these days. That stuff is everywhere.
Not enough of it for some people, though. It's the source of a lot of conflict.
They say the Empire's invading only to get at all the Ragnite in Gallian soil.
Oh, that's right. I had something to give you, Welks.
And what's this?
Father's flare gun. It was in the barn, but I thought you might have some use for it.
Another hand-me-down.
I gave it a once-over. It might be old, but it's still serviceable.
I didn't mean... I just can't believe I'm a tank operator now. Thank you for this, Ace.
I'll do a spot check on the Edelweiss now, to make sure it's ready to go at any time.
Alright, we'll get going for now then. See you later.
That bridge is a part of the central transit artery, leading into Randgreaves. Our mission is to take it back. The Empire has been running a blitz, with their shock troops outrunning their defense. Our 3rd Regiment will retake the bridge before defensive reinforcements can arrive.
How quaint. The militia holding a little strategy meeting of its own. How long were you planning on hiding out in here, Verrot?
My apologies, sir. We'll depart soon.
Whatever. They're just country mice. It's not like they'll be much help.
More help, perhaps, than your army unit that couldn't hold the bridge in the first place.
Hey!
Regardless, Vassal remains a critical position. We'll reclaim it immediately.
Well, all good. See that you do.
Who was that?
General Damon, commander of the Central Forces.
Central Forces? That's the army branch the militia was folded into, right?
That's right. They say the general's an aristocrat. He looks down on the common militia.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Now that the war's begun, we all need to band together and fight to keep Gallia safe. Who cares at this point whether you're in the army or the militia? It's ridiculous.
Gentlemen, let's return to the mission. We'll begin by taking back the western bank to gain a foothold for reclaiming the bridge. Lieutenant Gunther, I'm assigning Squad 7 to this mission. It's your first maneuver, so be smart.
Yes, Captain.
The other squads are on patrol. Stay sharp and be ready to help take back the bridge. I'm counting on all of you out there. Now move out. Here are details on the current operation.
Sorry, you couldn't hear a word of me. I was muted. First off, sorry for being so quiet. We've already gone through all this. Yeah. We've already seen all that. I was trying to say that your stormtroopers are going to be, or shock troopers are going to be more of your machine gunners. So you want to have them a lot of the time. You want to have some usually protecting your base camp. Your base camp is going to be your main way. If the enemy captures that, it's an automatic game over. So you really want to have that on lockdown. I'm going to throw her right there, and I'm going to throw her right here. She's actually, I think, in the fourth one. If I remember correctly, she's actually in the fourth one. And one of the DLCs, if I remember correctly. But, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw an engineer. Where is she? Right here. So, good to go, good to go. Yeah. Do I need to fill her? Okay, there we go. So yeah, you don't have to fill them all the way up. You don't have to fill them all the way up.
Split into 2 teams, offensive and defensive. Squad 7, move out.
But yeah, so your tank is another big thing you have to watch. You can't let Welkin lose his tank. If his tank gets destroyed, it's automatic game over.
I'll lead the Riverside team towards the enemy encampment with the Edelweiss.
Shock Trooper here. Leave the offense to me.
Yeah, she's the offensive.
City team, your job is to guard the base. Be ready for anything, including tanks.
How long you think I've been an anti-tank man? A couple of tanks ain't no sweat.
That's the spirit, Largo. Now, let's move out!
Alright, so
entering combat.
The tank is pretty much bulletproof except for the back. So you have to be wary of that. So basically, your main threats are with the tank, or main threats to the tank are going to be your other tanks, obviously, and of course the Lancers. Lancers are not exactly that big of a threat. They can't counterattack, and on top of that, if snipers see them, I mean, they're a done deal. Now, with that said, they are a bit they're pretty heavily resistant against explosives. So they are kind of, in a way, somewhat hard to kill. But if you know where to aim, if you know where you should be aiming, like the head, for example, you should really more or less have no problem doing with that. You also want to be careful of your characters with that little symbol right there by the name. It's that little golden part. That is your, there you are. Yeah, but where you aim, sorry, that little symbol is a turn base. So if you were to lose that character, you end up losing an additional turn. All these characters that you have on here, including Alicia here, Alicia has them. Welkin has it. Sorry, and so does Largo. Has one. If Largo were to get injured or basically run out of health, he'd be put into a critical state, and you have the chance to come get them. Or if the enemy touches them while they're in that down state, they basically get killed. So, and then once they're killed, that's it. So you have to really be careful with your moves and all that. So, yeah. I'm not going to really touch too much on this side, mainly because this is defense. I'm not worried about moving them forward. This is going to be an attack side. Your tank is going to be a massive. In most scenarios, you're going to want to use your tank as cover. Like I said, it's bulletproof, and it is. It's very important. So, yeah, you had different options. If you were to aim for the head, as you're seeing here, the head is going to be the more damageable area with the least amount of hits necessary. If I were to go for his body, it's going to be around 4 hits. Now, again, watch your shots. That's what's going to be the difference maker of how much to kill. So, in other words, if it takes 8 shots to kill him, or said character, and you only have 7 shots, they're not going to go down. So be careful before you go aiming for the body. Because a lot of characters, if you aim for the head, they'll go down in 4 or 5 shots, and you'll out of 7 shots. So maybe even less of that. So you really want to be careful about where you're aiming. But anyway. So yeah, like I said, and a lot of times you're gonna hit the chest area because that little I'll show you when I get back to it again.
Here we go.
I'm gonna want to push this tank all the way up front. There are other ways you can do this, you know, and probably even quicker, but you really want to kind of play it smart. You really don't want to be too stupid and be reckless, because like I said, that tank is a big threat in front of them, and I might even let them just stay close because. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move him up, or her up. Sorry. Engineers are useful as all hell when it comes to disabling mines or even repairing the sandbags. Sandbags offer a position of crouching, which allows the tank to allows the character to basically get reduced damage because of it. So yeah, you really want to think carefully before where you put your characters. You put them in too wide of a position where they're too out in the open. Like I said, they could get sniped. They could easily get nailed with a tank shot, all that. So you really want to be iffy about where you put your characters. Now I could easily, honest to God, I don't know if they're gonna move this guy around. I'm gonna nail him right in the head real quick. Dead in the head, beautiful. Now I will say this too. The circle that you saw right there, back there, I'll show it again in case you didn't see it. But yeah. So that little circle, the little orange circle is what shows basically the area that's going to be attacked. So that's basically how accurate the weapon's going to be. The reason hers is so, you know, yeah, like watch, see, got within range, now he's getting shot at, boom, dead. So you really want to be careful. You don't want to take on shock troopers head on like that. You get shot a lot of the time. Boom, he's dead. You see, they were making a run for that flag. They get that flag, that's it. It's game over automatically, no matter what. You can't stop anything from here, so that's why I was trying to say you want to be careful and make your moves smart. So yeah, now it's my turn because they ran out of tags or turns. Sorry, tags. So yeah, now it's my turn yet again, and I'm gonna show you. So you want to move your tank up. Now you want to be careful too, because again, Lancers, you don't see them right early in the game, but you'll see them later in the game. Lancers are going to be, in a way, to be a threat. So yeah, that orange circle right there is what's going to dictate where that shot can potentially hit. Sorry for that, hit the mic. But if you aim and hit this right here, that little blue part of the tank, that's critical damage right there. That's a weak point, so you want to hit that, boom, he's gone. Now, even with this tank gone, the infantry is still a big threat, so you want to take care of them. And in this scenario, you're going to have to.
Pay attention to the enemy firing range.
So yeah, they got a tank over there, boom. We're going to go ahead and
My turn, okay?
move her up. But yeah, so the reason her things like that though, you don't have to fire like that. You have different options. You have a grenade, you have a typical throwing grenade, or if you need to, you can also heal. It really more or less depends on your scenario. So that's what I was saying earlier about being really iffy about or careful about what you decide to bring, because the scouts only have these rifles. They only have so many shots, and that was my whole point with saying that. So you have your so if you want to be someone who has like you know like an actual machine gun, you're going to need to use your shock troopers. Now, like I said, each character, when they fire their shots, they're going to have to cock their gun again. They're going to have to kind of reload, basically have a little bit of a reload animation before they can fire again. So you have to be wary about who you put on defense. Personally, I can tell you right now, shock troopers and a scout can be the most deadly combination. Reason it being is because the scout can start picking them off from a mid-range distance, and then once the shock trooper they get cooked. Sorry, I'm talking really fast English. Once the shock trooper is able to get hold of them, that's pretty much a done deal. So with that said, you really don't want to fight. You don't want to fight these guys head on. That's a great way to get shot. And if they got companions next to them, like if this person was right next to this one, they'd fire on you both together. And the same goes with these guys. Y'all have already seen this before when I first started the level. All those scouts fired on me. That's how this game is organized. So it's a very turn-based. At the same time, you got to play smart with it. Observe your map. This would be a ladder. You can go up here if you want to. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you. But anyway, I'm talking way too much. Yeah, the guy doesn't know I'm here, so bop, bop. Now, with that said, even if you aim there, even if you aim at their head, it's that yellow circle or that circle you have to worry about. You have to worry about that circle because that circle is going to dictate where, you know, where the bullets, where the potential areas that the bullet can go, and that's just because of the model of a gun. So and yeah, and then the grand base is basically their base of operations. You capture that, you basically win. Same thing but the same thing goes with yours. If they capture your main base, you lose. So be very wary of that. And like that, yeah, then you win. You cannot.
Operation complete. We took their base.
You cannot, however, capture their main base if they have people near them, and that means even one little enemy, if I remember correctly. So you have to pretty much eliminate all the enemies around said base, or if you don't have to eliminate them, you have to knock them away from it at the very least. There's a certain range, basically, they have to be out of before you can capture said base. In most cases, it's a lot easier just to eliminate them. Tanks are very, very useful when making a push. Now, with that said, you have to be wary of other tanks, and again, Lancers, because they don't have to take your radiator. They can just sit there. They have about, I think it's 3 shots. So, in every turn, I say turn, but I mean like every what you want to call it? Yeah, I guess every turn basically is what was the word. They get basically one shot. When you first start out, when everyone starts, whenever the first person, you know, the game actually starts, well, that phase, you know what I mean. They have 3 shots in total that they can shoot at you per command token, I guess you can call them. Those little tokens. Now, with that said, they don't get another one of those until they only get 1 shot per turn, if I'm getting this correctly. So you want to aim your shots carefully. If you don't think you're going to hit them, get up closer. Don't take the risk of shooting too far back, because like I said, with that circle, and especially if it's Lancers, their shots can be really wild. So you really have to be careful about where you put place your shots. And as you saw, even though I had that tight little circle, I still managed to shoot the guy in the back a little bit. So even though my focus is more on his head, but that's where the game is going to try to focus on. But like I said, your circle right there is going to be your main way. And somehow you're supposed to finish that within 1 turn, but yeah. But yeah. I think we're off to a pretty good start. But this game, like I said, it's a very interesting mechanics. So you have to think carefully about what you do, because if you're not careful and you be reckless, you're gonna get your soldiers killed. You're gonna get your characters killed, and you're gonna have to just start back from your last save, or in some cases you may have to start all the way over. So you have to play it smart. But anyway.
You guys aren't with Squad 7 by any chance, are ya?
Yes, that's us.
Bingo! I've been looking for you. Meaning you, hot stuff, on the tank.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me,
That must make you Lieutenant Gunther, am I right?
Yeah. Yes, that's me.
Oopsie daisy.
What? Hey, you can't...
Ah, nice to meet you too. Now, let's get right to the questions. So, you're the son of the great General Gunther, huh? You look awfully young. How old are you anyway? Must be your first war, huh? What's been the hardest experience so far? Wait, happiest. Funniest. I'd also like to know hobbies, favorite foods, what you do on your days off.
Hey, lady! This is a combat zone. Excuse me, but what are you doing here anyway?
Hey, give me a break, will ya? Scoops are near danger, and I'm near Scoops. That's right. The name's Ellet. I'm GBS Radio's top woman reporter. I smell a story, a good story, and you guys are it.
So, you're a reporter?
Very good, I'm a reporter, yes. I've been assigned to Squad 7 to conduct a series of interviews, thank you. Now, let's get back to those questions, shall we?
Dang. So, yeah, I'm gonna take a quick second to explain. So, yeah, you really have to think about what you're going to do each turn, because, like I said, your characters, if the enemy sees a hold of them, snipers especially, are a massive threat, and y'all will see this soon enough. I will probably get a few people downed due to snipers. Snipers will aim a lot of the time for the head, and that's what they're gonna do. Snipers are your best, in some cases, can be your best friend on the battlefield, but they're your worst enemy as well when you're versing them. So you want to play smart, and you don't want to leave your characters out in the open. And if you can't hide them behind cover, have them crouch, have them hide in grass. Don't leave them out in the open, because I'm telling you, that is exactly what happened with that one character that I told you about, and I wish I wasn't stupid like that, but unfortunately I lost her. She was a scout. I hate that I lost her character, but unfortunately, the only way for me to get her back would to be to beat the game and start all over again, but I really didn't have the time for that, because you're talking upon hours upon hours. Personally, my best scout, the best scout in my opinion, is Alicia. She's just very useful. She's always there, and of course, with her being on the battlefield, you get an extra turn. So, now with that said, you have to be aware of the actual objectives and what your game over targets are going to be. Welkin's death, majority of the time on each level, is going to be an automatic game over. So be sure to be careful about where you put your tank. Don't leave your radiator out in the open for the enemy to shoot, because I'm telling you, if a Lancer hits that radiator one bloody time, you're done. A lot of time you're done. And even infantry can even damage the radiator. So you have to be very careful with your tank, especially in its positioning. Now, with that said, a tank can be a very big pain in the ass for the enemy, because if the enemy runs out in front of that tank, the machine gun fire will shred them to pieces in a heartbeat. So if you see a choke point, make a choke point. If you see a good choke point that your tank could hold, use it. Same thing goes with shock troopers. They're very, 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 very good at holding choke points. I'll tell you right now, there's nothing much more of a pain in the ass to get past than 2 shock troopers, especially if you just have infantry to deal with. In those scenarios, that's when you want to use your tank to break through, or if you can, snipe them. But you have to watch, again, where they're located. If they're crouching behind a sandbag or behind sandbags, a lot of the time you're going to have to use a grenade to get them out. Or if you're going to try and shoot them, good luck, because they're going to take a few bullets. And snipers, of course, only get 1 shot per command slot, or whatever you want to call those things. Command tokens, I guess. So you have to pick and choose your targets very carefully. Now, like I said earlier, with the anti-tank guys, or anti-tank lancers, they are, in a way, I hate to say this, they're not exactly useful, but at the same time they are. The reason being is bullets can be a bit of a pain for them, or on them, really, more or less, depending on, again, where you are aiming. But in most cases, if you're aiming for the head like you should be, they're easy to deal with. Now, explosions are a different story. So, I guess you could say like mortar fire and all that. I don't know if that's a thing in this game exactly. I say mortar fire as in like the tank using a mortar to clear them out from sandbags. that can be a bit of a problem. So in most cases, if you can run over the sandbags of the tanks and take care of them that way, which makes it a lot easier to deal with on that point. I know I'm getting a lot of information. I'm sorry. I really, if y'all guys have not played this game, I'm telling you right here, right now. You may get angry at some points in this game, but I'm telling you, it is worth playing. There are so many games I've played in my past, in 23 years of me being alive, and maybe over 10 of them playing actual games. This game to me is an absolute masterpiece. It is beautifully well done. The story's thought out very well. The gameplay, it's just immense. You actually have to think about your choices because there is no pause menu. When it's the enemy's turn, it's the enemy's turn. There's no going back until it's your turn again. And the only way that you can go back is if you have a save in the middle of combat. So again, you have to think. There is no quick save until it is your turn. So once you hit end phase, that's it. That is the enemy's turn, and whatever happens at that point pretty much happens, unless you want to do it load a save back to your previous turn. But even still, you don't want to get yourself back into a corner, because the only way you're going to be able to go back to the main menu, especially if you saved in the middle of combat like my dumb self did. The only way you're getting out is by losing or you're winning. That's it. That's the only way you're getting back to book mode. But anyway, sorry for the massive lecture. Let's continue. God.
Now he's giving interviews? Who does he think he is? Ooh, look at him. Son of some big hero. Please. He's still a schoolboy.
No kidding. One little win and he's the new Grand Duke. I hate kids. Whatever. He'll learn soon enough. Only one thing matters out there in the field, and that's experience.
Report. Ellet embedded.
Squad 7 of Regiment 3. My first impression, good. Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, squad leader. Next in command, Sergeant Alicia Melchiot. That lieutenant looks softer than I'd expect for the son of the late General Gunther. And her hometown is Brule, same as Gunther. Could be childhood friends. But if I'm lucky, they were childhood sweethearts. We'll just have to find out how close they are. Next on the list, Sergeant Largo Potter and Corporal Bridget Stark. Oh wait, that's right. Stark had a nickname. Gotta jot that down. Goes by Rosie. There. Looks like those two don't trust Gunther much yet. That could be good. Could be really good. Who does that leave? Right, the tank pilot, Corporal Isara Gunther. She's the lieutenant's sister. Now that's strange. She looks dark-skinned to me. Wonder how that comes into the picture. You couldn't ask for a more colorful crew than that, could you? Something tells me these guys are different than the usual troop somehow. Maybe my keen journalistic instincts? Well then... The truth's not gonna uncover itself. Here I come, ready or not. Oh, there's Sergeant Potter, and Corporal Stark with him. Hey, guys! Mind if I ask a few questions? It'll only take a second.
What? Like Interview? What do you want to go interviewing us for?
Aw, come on, big guy. I bet we'd make better topics than some rich kid.
Wonderful. Let's start with you then, Largo. You fought in the First European War, right?
Yeah, I've been a soldier ever since, too. I'm what you'd call a seasoned warrior, see?
And why did you choose to stay in the Force? Most people try to avoid the soldiering life.
It's an honest living, plus I got my reasons. Besides, I ain't the only one. Look at Elle.
Elle? Who's Elle?
If I had to guess, I'd say Eleanor Virat. Captain Virat, that is. 3rd Regiment. It seems you've got quite a history with her. Care to fill in some details for us?
There ain't no details. Is this the trash you want to write about? Look, I'm a busy guy. I'm out of here.
Hey, Largo!
Oh, just let him go. We can have a little chat, just the two of us girls. So, Rosie. Can I call you Rosie? Beautiful name, by the way. Do you like flowers?
I used to sing at a bar. It was hardly a flower patch, but my nickname there stuck. Tell you what, though. Some customers came from miles away just to hear me sing.
My. So why is a pretty young songbird with a voice as sweet as a rose so thorny towards Lieutenant Gunther and all those others?
You just ain't trusting my back to a stinking dark hair is all.
Traumatic past experience with a Darkson leave you bitter, maybe?
Think what you want. I got better things to do than sit around gabbing about him is all. You can put me down as allergic, yeah? Just chatting and I'm starting to feel sick.
Bet she'd spill the beans if you got her riled up enough. Maybe next time. Still, a veteran carrying a torch for his captain and a Darkson-hating chanteuse? They may be cranky, but they're characters.
Boo!
Oh, hello, Miss Ellett. How are you?
A little freaked out now. You didn't even bat an eye at that. You were staring at the sky pretty intently. Something up there we should know about?
I'd like to fly. Well, actually, I'd like to fly my brother.
Fly your brother? Care to expound on that? You don't seem the type to have her head in the clouds. It's very romantic.
I believe myself to be quite logical, really. Too logical, perhaps.
Okay, so if you don't mind my asking, how exactly are you and your brother related? Wait, let's leave that for now. How would you describe your brother as a person?
Welks is... objectively speaking, he can seem a little strange sometimes.
I see. Although I'm a little unsure of what that means, coming from you.
But he is a very kind person, and loyal. Anytime my heritage brought me trouble, he was the first to come to my defense.
I see. Sounds like you really love him, huh?
I would say I respect him a great deal.
Gotcha. Sounds like you lucked out in the sibling department then.
Yes, very much so. That's why I'd like to give him the opportunity to fly.
I'm still not sure I follow that exactly, but we'll leave that for another day. Thanks. Next up, Squad Leader Gunther himself. Hello, hello! Are you ready for your big interview?
Hello, Miss Ellett. Hard at work again, I see.
Didn't you already interview him before?
Oh, Alicia, I wanted to get in a chat with you today, too.
Wait, really? You're going to write an article about me?
I can't say whether it'll make the paper, but I do have some questions for you. You've been at Lieutenant Gunther's side since you left Brule. Tell me what he's like.
Wait a minute. You want to interview me about him? Well, let's see. We only met just a few days ago, but... he's a pretty interesting person. You never know what he's going to say next.
I see. So, forget he's your boss for a second. What do you think of him as a guy?
What? I've never really thought about it. I don't know.
Is that so? Well, Lieutenant Gunther, care to comment in her place? Lieutenant, where'd he go?
Huh? Oh, sorry. There was just this crazy-looking bug. I got distracted.
See what I mean? He's an interesting guy, if unpredictable.
No kidding. Now, Lieutenant Gunther, I have a couple of questions for you. First up, how do you feel about this war, as the son of a hero from the First European War?
Same as anybody else, I guess. I want it to be over. Are people looking at me as the son of a hero? Or maybe I am, but I'm still just me.
Okay then, let's talk about you. What are you fighting for?
I feel like the present world is made up of things we've inherited from the past. We get life and a home from our parents, knowledge from our teachers. And not just the good stuff. Take prejudice against Darksons. That's learned behavior. Every creature out there is trying to pass things along to future generations. I want to pass on what I think is right. I'm fighting for the ability to do that.
Thank you very much. That's all I've got for you today.
Great. We're done? I want to get back to that fascinating insect again.
Huh. You really hit the nail on the head. He's as entertaining as he is unpredictable. I was planning on moving along to the next squad after interviewing everyone in Squad 7. I think I'll stick around and learn a bit more about you Sevens, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Just try to stay out of the combat zones, for your own safety.
I'm not making any promises. I go where the scoop takes me. That's just how I roll.
Sorry about that. Was saving real quick. I actually think this is a pretty good stopping point. Like I said, if y'all haven't actually seen, or I'm sorry, not seen. If y'all are actually interested in playing this game yourself, let me know. Go buy it. It's great. I'm telling you right now, it's worth it. I've played through this game twice, so it's definitely worth the pay. The play. It's definitely worth your time. I think it's awesome. But with that said, I will see you guys next time, and we will find out just how deep this rabbit hole really goes.